Yeah, hello. Good morning, everybody. Are we ready to make some noise? Are we ready to make some noise? What's up, man? I'm just getting pumped up. Another early morning for me. You know what? I thought about going on my main channel and doing some tarot reads, and I might do that when I get off of here. But anyway, I woke up with a bellyache. A bellyache woke me up, man. 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up with some shooting pains through my belly. Turned out I just had to use the bathroom. I ain't trying to get all TMI on you or nothing like that, but that's the reason why I woke up early and now I'm all pumped and ready for the day. It's 5:30 a.m. here in Vegas. Now I'm all pumped up and ready for the day. So, yeah, instead of going on my other channel, I figured that maybe we could get on here and talk about something helpful, you know? Like I've said before, sometimes I strongly feel like when it comes to my spiritual job, I can do that better on here sometimes. When it comes to my spiritual job, my actual duty, I think I can do that better on here sometimes. I don't get paid for my real job, not my spiritual job. Nope. Nope. But anyway, good morning, snowy Indiana. Hmm. Y'all know that's where I'm from, right? Indiana. That's where I was born and raised. It's snowing there already. And I've lived in Maine too. I've lived in both those states. Yeah, I'm actually technically born and raised in New Albany, Indiana. New Albany, Indiana. I don't know if you're familiar with the southern Indiana area, but it borders Louisville, Kentucky. So that's the reason why whenever I talk about where I'm from or somebody asks me where I'm from, I will say Louisville because it's easier for people to understand. I've been noticing that in my travels, more people can place that on the map than they can New Albany, Indiana. But I mean, I genuinely did live most of my adult life in my 20s in Louisville, Kentucky. I mean, it's the like straight up from here in Vegas, I live in Henderson. I live in Henderson. And the exact same distance that I am from the Las Vegas Strip is how far away I grew up from Louisville, Kentucky. You know, I can get on the highway. I can get in my car right now and be on the Las Vegas Strip if I hit all the lights green in like 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, you know, and that's pretty much the exact same distance that my hometown of New Albany, Indiana was from Louisville, Kentucky. You know, I could stand on my house and see the buildings in downtown Louisville, live right on the border, you know. So, anyway, oh, well, we got another Vegas local. Cool. Yeah, I'm in Henderson. I'm in Henderson. I see y'all pop up in the comments all the time. I see you pop up in the comments. That's pretty cool. So you're the opposite. You were born in Louisville and raised in Indiana. Okay. So I was born in southern Indiana in New Albany. And I wasn't raised in Louisville, but I ended up moving there when I was in my 20s, and I lived there most of my adult life. And left there back in late 2016 and haven't been back. Been back one time, and that was to pick up my kids on New Year's Day 2020. And I haven't been back since, though. And it'll blow your mind how things change, dude. I don't even recognize that town anymore. I don't even recognize that town. I grew up in that town. I could drive it blindfolded, drive all over that town blindfolded. Last time I went back and I was giving Leah a tour, I was like, let me just show you where I grew up. And I gave her a little tour of my hometown in Indiana, and I didn't even recognize the fucking place. I'm like, what in the hell? It's crazy. Crazy, this new dimension that I'm in now, you know? So anyway, what y'all up to, man? What y'all up to? What y'all up to? Got anything fun going on today? Sunday. Sunday. The weekend's winding down and coming to an end. I don't know what. I'm probably, don't hold me to it, but I want to make today like a work day, you know? I want to make today like a work day. My videos help you understand energy. Heather, that's good. That's good. That's that's my main focus when I'm reading. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and be straight up real with you. This is how I view what I do. I have a message to send. I have a message to send, and for some reason, the universe gave me a deck of tarot cards and said, "Use this as your bait to bring the people in that need to hear your message." And the message is how to actually understand energy, how to understand the behavior of energy, how the behavior of energy manifests certain things in your life. you know Super weird, but that's what I'm here doing. I'm a super weird person, so it's no surprise. No surprise. Oh, you live in East Vegas? Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's possible. I run into people on the streets all the time. I run into people on the streets all the time. Like I said, I'm friendly. I'm working on my social skills, but I am friendly if you tell me you are a subscriber. If you don't tell me you're a subscriber and you walk up and try to start small talk with me, I can't promise you I'll be the most social person in the world. I'm working on that. I am actively working on that. But I'm been struggling with being a social person my whole life. Been struggling. And it goes back to when I was a little kid. I remember my grandpa, I was raised by my grandparents. My grandpa would always tell me, why are you so unfriendly? I'm a little kid. These concepts don't even exist in my mind at the time. What do you mean? Why do I have to talk to everybody? I'm not rude. I'm not rude. I'm just not, and Leah is so good at this, and I kind of envy this. I envy this. I watch Leah, and any random stranger can walk up and start making noise at her. She's just the friendliest, most bubbly, he. And I'm not like that. I'm not like that. When total random people walk up to me and start small talk with me, yep, Addy, yep, yep, short, little, yep, oh yeah, yep, and then I'll get away from the conversation. And I am working on it though. I am working on it. So I've said this in many of these chats before, but if you are a subscriber, please tell me, okay? Because then I will be friendly. Like I'm very, very friendly. I'll take a picture with you, all that cool stuff, if you tell me. But if not, I'm still working on it. So I can't promise you I'll be the most friendly person on the planet, you know? So yeah, I'm a big time introvert. Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And you wouldn't expect it. And I know I've explained these things before, but right now I'm sitting in a room all alone, talking to a MacBook, you know? All alone. It's very, very different when I'm around people, you know? So that's what I think confuses some people when they see me in real life and they wonder why I'm so quiet. Like, damn, he's quiet. Even people that don't even know who I am from YouTube, I still get that comment sometimes. We went out to eat, a couple months ago at um, what's that? What do they call that? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Those places, the Japanese places where they cook the grill and do all that, like Benihana and shit. It wasn't Benihana, but it was something like that. And we went out to eat there, and even the cook looked at me and said, why are you so quiet?" And that pissed me off, man. That pissed me off. I wanted so badly to say, "I'm not quiet. Everybody else is just fucking noisy." You know what I mean? But I didn't want to say all that. I'm like, let me just keep my mouth shut. But people have been asking me that my whole life. Why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet? Because I don't have anything to say. How do you always have something to say? You know? How do you always have something noise you have to make with your mouth? So typically in real life, in public, in social settings, I'm one of those types of people that I will not open my mouth unless I have something to say. Okay. I'm not the type of person that just opens my mouth because I have to say something. I only speak when I have something to say. You know what I mean? Makes sense. Anyway, yeah. Very big time introvert. Big time introvert. I'm just very picky and choosy how I spend my energy, is the way I look at it. Is the way I look at it, because I get to thinking about it sometimes, and it's like, what is it that makes me so weird about people? I don't care what people think about me. So it's not me like, oh my God, what's this person thinking about me? When I don't give two shits what you're thinking about me, that doesn't mean anything to me. I think what it is I'm just very, very picky and choosy on who I energetically tie with. I don't want to just go around creating energetic ties to random people who then it's just a waste of energy, who just vampirically drain my energy from me. I think that's more along the lines of what it is. I think I have this deep subconscious thing that I'm not really consciously familiar with, that just knows that this person here, no point. No point. You wouldn't understand anything that I have to say. You would there's no point in trying to plant any seeds in your mind. Or like we'd connect and you wouldn't even remember who I am 10 minutes later. It would be a waste. I think. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man. I'm an empath? I guess. I guess so. I guess so. Yeah, I did just put a few new ones on Instagram too, Flo. I just put a few new ones. Put a few new ones on there. I realized it had been a few days since I'd done that. I have this deck that I'm running through. Hang on, let me grab it. Oh. I picked one of my random decks that I haven't used in a long time. And the cards are in no particular order, just whatever order the deck was in when I grabbed it. And I'm just taking one off the top. And then when I'm done, I'll put it on the bottom like this. And I'll do that. And it looks like the next one up is the 10 of Wands. Looks like the next one up is the 10 of Wands. Actually, no. I'm going to put that in the middle of the deck here. I ain't going to spoil it. No spoilers. So, but yeah, that's what I've been doing here. I just grabbed a deck and I'm like, I'm going to run through all these cards on Instagram. That'll give me something fun to do, for the foreseeable future. I just grab one off the top. Okay, next up is the 10 of Wands. And then when I'm done with it, I turn it over like this and put it on the bottom of the deck. So I think I just did the 9 of Wands and the 6 of Cups and the Sun card just a little bit ago, half hour ago or so. Hang on a second. Okie dokie. So what's up, y'all? All right, you have fun, Enchanted Cottage. You have a fun one. Have a fun one. It's over there. You're in Alabama, right? I guess it's almost 9 a.m. there. It's early here. It's early here. Oh, it's early here. I'd like to be able to get maybe 4 or 5 videos done today on my main channel. I'm starting to get hungry though. I just realized a couple minutes ago, I'm like, oh, now that I'm on here talking, now my belly's growling and I'm ready for some food. Ready for some food. Oracle deck? No, I have my Oracle deck up there, the Quantum Oracle. And so far, that's my favorite one. My favorite one that I've found, the Quantum Oracle. I got all kinds of decks of cards here, dude. All kinds. Mainly tarot. And I'm kind of picky about my tarot cards. Well, I've been breaking out of this mold more here lately, but I'm a very big Rider-Waite kind of guy. Very big Rider-Waite. So any rendition of the Rider-Waite or anything that is inspired by the Rider-Waite, I did go ahead and get that one deck. It's over there on the other side of the table. That Pagan Tarot. I only grabbed that deck because that was the deck that did my very first ever tarot reading. When I got my very first ever tarot reading, it came to me out of nowhere. I met somebody and they said, Spirit told me that I'm supposed to read for you. I didn't know what that meant. And I got a reading. Wasn't looking for it, wasn't asking for it, didn't even really know anything about it or that it was a thing that people do, whenever, if I, at that time, all I ever thought about, if you was to say tarot card reading, was Miss Cleo, get your free tarot read. And that's the only thing that would come to my mind. That's back when I was a kid. Didn't know anything about the tarot. And matter of fact, I shared her video, Tina, she's been putting more tarot videos on her channel here lately. But she just approached me randomly and said, Spirit told me I'm supposed to read for you. And that's the deck she used, the Pagan Tarot. And that's not very Rider-Waite inspired, not really. A couple of the cards, a little bit. But anyway. But yeah, my favorite Oracle deck that I've ever used is the Quantum Oracle. And I just use that for like general advice. I have one here. Where's it at? Not that one. This one. So the story, back when I very first started reading tarot, I lived up in Maine. And I started reading the tarot cards in September of 2018. And in that little town, I lived in a little town called Farmington, Maine. And in that little town, there was a spiritual store called Liquid Sunshine. Little teeny weeny itsy bitsy one horse town. And they had a little spiritual store up there. And that's where I started getting my first decks. And they had this one up there, Divination of the Ancients. And I ended up buying it. And I kept telling myself, I'm going to start adding Oracle into the readings. And then things went south, and me and the girl I was dating broke up, and I had to leave. I left Maine, and I only grabbed like a couple of tarot decks to take with me. Just enough. I grabbed enough stuff to fit in my backpack and left everything else there. And I never got to use this. And here, maybe 6 months ago, I went ahead and grabbed me up another one. And it sat there and sat there and sat there, and it sat there and it sat there. So I started playing with it. And I was like, you know what? I'm really not vibing with this deck anyway. I love it. It's really cool. But I'm really not vibing with it. Like dreams, fortune cookie, like geomancy, thunder and lightning. I don't know how I would, this is the type of deck that I would have to study the book and memorize every card in order to use this. So my Quantum Oracle, though, on the other hand, I was like, man, I want to start doing something different in my videos. I want to get some kind of different type of like Oracle deck or something like that. And then I found this Quantum Oracle. I found this Quantum Oracle. Now, these are some cards that I could resonate with. Okay. A consciousness of lack. Family. This right here, when I saw these, I was like, dude, that's something that I could throw into my readings. Great achievement. Optimism. The loving man. The healing light. This right here, I was like, I could do that. I could flow with that one. I could do that. And again, I'm not wanting to study what the book has to say about these. I want to be able to take a deck that I can intuitively read. I want to be able to just use my intuition straight up, So I have never read the book. This is just something that I'll throw one on the table. Family. And then what's my intuition telling me about family? Or I'll throw a couple of them down. Family, great achievement, and optimism. Okay, you need to keep a positive mindset, spend more time around your family. I can't even think of an example off the top of my head, but yeah, this is my favorite Oracle deck that I've found. And I also grabbed like this one here, the Sacred Spirit. Let me take another look at this one here. I think I've used it a couple of times. Okay, this one's kind of cool, I guess. The Divine Will, Secret Temptation. I guess I can vibe with this one a little bit better. Living Light Energy, See the Beauty in Life. I might keep this one out here. This one's pretty cool. Guardian, Guard Your Energy. Birth of Creation, Potential Growth. I'm going to set this one out here. Thank you. Whoever that was that said something about Oracle cards got me to look at this right here. I'm going to set this one out. I think I might. Yeah, I'm going to set this one out up there. Okay. This one's pretty cool too. I don't think I've used this one in any of my videos yet. I don't think. But anyway, this is the Sacred Spirit. So the Sacred Spirit and the Quantum Oracle are the two coolest ones that I have. All right, hang on, y'all. Oh. Oh. Anyway, what y'all up to, man? Get the Rebel deck. If it is now, is that an Oracle deck or a Tarot deck? The Rebel deck. I'll have to look at that. Everybody keeps talking about this damn mask. I gotta go ahead and say something. I didn't know what the hell that was. We were at a carnival. And there was this one, when you're at a carnival, they got little stands, little booths and shit. And there was this one booth that was selling all these masks and shit, all these masks. And I saw that one and I just thought it was a badass clown mask. I was like, oh man, that's a badass fucking clown mask, dude. So I bought it and I put it on and took a couple of pictures with it. Yeah. And I was like, man, that's so cool. I was like, dude, that is so cool. And then everybody started commenting, what's his name? Kratos or some shit like that. And I'm like, what does that mean? So I went to Google and looked it up. And it turns out, what is it? A video game character or some shit? Something like that, like a video, something that looked like a video game character. And I was a little bit bummed out. I was like, oh, damn it. I thought it was just a random clown mask. Now everybody thinks that I don't even know what this is off of. I'm assuming God of War is like a video game. I'm assuming. Is that what it is? I don't even know. Don't even know what that is, but I think it gives people the wrong idea that I'm like a fan, that I play this video game or something like that, and I don't. I just thought it was a neat clown mask. But it still is a cool decoration on my wall, though. Anyway, I don't even, like I said, I don't know anything about it. So, anywho, Kratos, God of War. Yeah. I don't even know what that means. I don't know anything about that. So yeah, don't get the wrong idea. I just thought it was a cool clown mask, and I just wanted it as a decoration for the background of my videos. I'm always looking for new ways to decorate my studio. Anytime we go to any kind of craft store or home furnishing store or anything like that, I'm always like, now how can I set up the backdrop in my studio, in my home studio? So anywho. So yeah, I'll look into that more. I don't. Is it a video game? Is it a video game or some kind of game or some shit? Let me look. Let me see. God of War. Video game series. Okay. Yeah, it's a video game series. What is it, like a Xbox game or something? I'm not real big on games. we got an Xbox, and she mainly uses it to like watch her little shows or whatever. It was given to us. We went to the jewelry store and got rings one time, and it was for Christmas 2019. We were in California visiting her family, and we went to the jewelry store and bought a couple of rings, and they gave us a free Xbox. I'm like, what in the hell am I going to do with this thing? So I went ahead and grabbed me up a couple little games. I got like Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. Is that what it's called? And I think she got a couple of like little, I forget what game. We got like 3 or 4 games. And for the most part, it just sits in there though. I'm not a big gamer. I don't know anything about games. Okay. So yeah, hang on. This is the dude. God damn. $400 for like that thing right there. $400? Holy shit. I just thought I was getting a random clown mask, man. That's all I thought it was. Turns out it's a damn video game character. It bummed me out a little bit when I found that out. I was like, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have bought it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't even have bought it. But anyway. Anywho. The Rebel deck is Oracle cards. Okay. I'd have to take a look at it. And just see. Like I said, I'm kind of picky, man. I'm kind of picky. There's some people out there that really, I don't know if they're just not picky or what, but some people have these decks and I see them and I'm like, how do you read with that? How do you read with, well, especially if it's tarot decks? I don't see people reading with decks that I couldn't even like look at it and tell you what that is. It gets on my nerves when you see these decks that it'll say 3 of Wands and then it'll be a bird in a tree. That pisses me off, man. What do you mean? How is that the 3 of Wands? What the fuck? What does that have to do with the 3 of Wands? It's a lizard on a rock or something like that, or a bird on a tree. That's not the 3 of Wands. Shit drives me nuts, man. Drives me nuts. Rebel deck is real cheeky. Oh, like one of them ornery decks. Yeah, one of them, like, man, they got some of the stupidest decks out there. Like, what's that one, that sexual one, where it's just like, looks like a fucking porno or something? Like, man, that's stupid. That's stupid. I'm sorry. I'm real traditional, dude. I'm real traditional. I don't have one on me right now. Real super traditional. I think when it comes to this right here is probably, of all the decks that are not very rider weighty, this one's my favorite. The Everyday Witch. This will, and I've already got it signed and everything, so this will probably be one of the ones that I get rid of when I get my 300K, whenever that happens. But yeah, this one's cool. 9 of Cups, that's kind of sort of rider weighty. Not really, but you can still tell. With this, it's not really like the rider weight, but you can still tell the 9 of Cups, like she's sitting there all by herself. She's having a good time. She's happy. And there's a cat in every one of these too. Page of Cups. See, you can tell. I don't know what the hell he's doing. It looks like he's painting. Looks like little buddy's painting. You can tell by looking at that. The Judgment's a little bit weird. That one's a little strange. I don't know about that, but 4 of Pentacles, that's pretty kind of sort of rider weighty. He's sitting on that chest, and I'm assuming that he, like, that represents being closed off and clinging to something, that he doesn't want to let go of. Knight of Cups, he's riding on a broom, over the shark-infested waters. See, this one's a cool one, though, the Everyday Witch. I do like this one. I do like this one. I think this is the only one I have over here right now. Yeah, I need to get up there and do me some videos. I'm getting in the mood. Getting in the mood for it. No, I'm not really into. I'm kind of a boring person, like I said. No, and I'm not even really into music either. Like I said, I'm not really a big music listener. If there's music playing in the car, it's usually like very simple music you don't have to think about. You know, sometimes I listen to like rap music, new like hip hop or new pop hits, top hits, whatever. Not big on music. Not really. Been playing guitar since I was 9 years old and lost my passion for music. I really, really started losing my passion for music. It first started when I met my ex-wife. When I met my ex-wife and left the band that I was in. And then when I really, really, really started, I was still kind of into music though. You know, I had a couple of bands that I would listen to, like Seether was my favorite band. That was my favorite one. But then once I really started becoming more and more familiar with energy, like my energy, what my energy is doing, how my energy and my frequency is creating my reality and my life experiences, I started losing interest in music. Losing interest. Just like you lose interest in the news as you wake up, when you wake up and start becoming familiar with your energy, familiar with what your energy is doing and how your energy is manifesting your life experiences, you start losing interest in things that lower your frequency. And yes, music lowers your frequency. Yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. But that's a big part. That's a big part of this society. Is a huge part of this society in this game, in this dimension that people don't even realize. Don't even realize that so many things with the music, the movies, the things on TV, they are designed to get you addicted to low frequency emotions. And that is not my opinion. Oh, that's not my opinion. I have met people who, and I've learned things from people who are connected to very high places in the world, very high places. It was done on purpose. They know exactly how energy functions and behaves. Yep, they pick. Well, used to. I can't talk like it's present tense because, like I said, that system is crumbling before our eyes. But essentially, in the system that we were all born and brought up in, they pick what music is popular. They pick who becomes famous, and they tell them what to do. hmm And I used to wonder how the hell does everybody collectively link up and like how does this one thing become popular? Like I said, I've been out of place my whole life. How does everybody just collectively link up and start liking, like say a musician, for example? Say a certain musician. No talent, no skill, that song, there's nothing special about that song. You know what I mean? But all of a sudden, everybody links up to it and it's a top hit and everybody loves it. How? Because the people that control things are the ones that say, oh, okay, this song is going to be a top hit. And they're the ones that pump it out. They're the ones that pump it out into all the radio stations. They're the ones that pump it out all over social media and all the social media algorithms. And they're the ones that decide, okay, you're going to be famous and this song is going to be the most well-known song, you know? And it'll be some of the most low frequency shit, dude. You know, repeating things over and over and over and over and over that program your mind in a very low frequency. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, though, I kind of trailed off. I started losing my interest in music the more I started learning the truth about the science of energy, the truth about my energy, what my energy is doing, and how my energy is creating my life experiences. Man, I ain't listening to that shit. I'm not listening to that shit. All that music does to me is reinforce this very negative emotional frequency. And that negative emotional frequency is exactly what manifested all the bullshit that I've been through in my life, you know? So, about the past when I was in my late 20s, I started losing more and more interest in music. losing more and more interest in music. And now, like I said, for the most part, I mean, I think most of the time, about half the time, I'll have something random playing in the car that I'm not really listening to, but I don't really listen to music. I really don't. You will never, ever, ever catch me putting earbuds in my ear to listen to music. Ever. Never. Ever. I do not do that. I do not do that. You know, just me. I'm not saying do this. I'm not saying that's what you have to do, but that's just me. That's just me. Most of what I watch and listen to is anything and everything that I can use to expand my consciousness or program me to be in a more uplifted, motivated frequency. You know, I've constructed pretty much every the social media algorithm echo chamber that I experience when I get on social media to any music that if I listen to music or anything that I take in, I have a very clear intention. And that intention is to raise my frequency, to expand my consciousness, to challenge me to get rid of an old belief system, or to challenge me to start burning a new belief system into my mind. You know, I have much more of a clear intention behind what information I take in, you know? So, so just pay very close attention to the information you're taking in. Pay very close attention. If you're watching or listening to anything that advocates anger, anything that advocates sadness or fear or anxiety or separation, being angry at this group of people or being pissed off at that group of people, don't fucking do it, dude. Don't even feed into that. Don't even feed into that. Don't go there. That was all done by design, and it's still there. We're still in the middle of a war. You know that, right? We're still smack dab in the middle of a war. Don't do it. Don't feed into that. Just turn it off. Turn it off, and don't listen to anything or anyone that's trying to promote fear or trying to promote anger and make you angry. You know. Now, there's some people out there that just straight up don't care. They're too addicted to their emotions. You know, they're too addicted to anger. They're too addicted to fear or whatever the case may be, whatever vibrates at that low, dense, negative frequency. There's so many people out there that are just so addicted to it, and they're shamelessly, you know, shamelessly. They will admit, I like being irritated. I like being pissed off, you know? You got to let them do that, man. You got to let them do that. You got to let them do that. You know, either A, they have no problem manifesting lack and sadness into their life, or B, they're too addicted to negative emotions to understand that what they're feeding into is what's manifesting all their bad life experiences. You know what I mean? Oh well, if you're really wanting to manifest a life of happiness, abundance, prosperity, peace, love, and joy, don't feed into that negative low frequency shit, dude. hmm Anybody on YouTube, if you don't like that person, click off. Click off. If anybody who's talking about something that you don't want to listen to, click off. Don't feed into anger. You know, any music you're listening to that makes you sad, click it off. Click off of it. Don't do that. Make sense? It's your life. All I can do is give you the advice. That's all I can do. I can't tell you what to and not to manifest. But if you're wanting to manifest happiness and abundance in your life, peace and prosperity, be careful what frequencies you're casting. Okay, be careful what frequencies you're casting. Anyway, anywho, no, I don't know who Ken Weber is. I don't even know who that is. Don't even know who that is. So anyway, yeah, you got to reach that point. Once you'll start training yourself Like it took me not too long, maybe about a year to kind of train my brain, my subconscious mind, train your mind to, if you even smell negativity, you avoid it. Nope, don't look at it. If you even smell that there's something that promotes fear, anger, or whatever, you don't even go near it. Subconsciously, not even consciously thinking about it anymore. You have to make it a conscious habit for a while. For a little bit, you have to consciously think, okay, don't look at that. Okay, don't pay attention to that. Don't feed into that. But after a while, once you program your subconscious, you won't even realize it. Like your subconscious mind won't even tune into negativity or anger or hate. If you're scrolling through social media, you'll just scroll right past it. Or if it comes on the radio, you'll just change it without thinking about it. Or if somebody you don't like pops up in your YouTube algorithm, not interested. You won't even be thinking about it. You won't even be thinking about it. And that, once you start doing it without thinking about it, that's when your frequency is successfully tuned. And that is when your life will begin to transform. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's pretty daggone neat. Man, I'm jelly. Y'all are experiencing snow. I'm kind of jelly, man. I'm jelly. We don't get that here in Vegas. I miss fall, dude. I mean, I can't say that I miss winter. Snow is very beautiful for the first week. For the first week, and then after a week, it's like, okay, fuck this. Fuck this. I'm done with this. But I miss fall, dude. I miss the uh the leaves turning the orange and yellow and that smell that gets in the air. Oh my God, I love that smell, dude. I love that. It hasn't even started getting cold here in Vegas yet. Not really. It's chilly at night. It's a little chilly out there right now. Just barely a little chilly or I got to put a hoodie on. But once the sun comes up, it'll be 80 degrees. It'll be 80 degrees again, which that's still a lot cooler than summertime, but still t-shirt and shorts weather. Still, we're halfway through November. You know what I'm saying? Halfway through it. Halfway through it. But I'm pretty sure looking at the weather forecast, I think next week is when it's supposed to start really cooling down, like 60 degrees in the day. I love that. I love that. I love it when it's chilly and gotta wear my hoodie and sweatpants. I got my sweatpants going or jeans or whatever, and my house shoes. I love it. Love that weather. I can't wait to turn our fireplace on downstairs, man. It's one of my favorite things. We got this little fireplace. You walk up to the wall and you flip a switch and the fireplace comes on. It's fucking cool, dude. And I can't wait until we can turn that on again. It has a little pilot lit. You flip it off and then it turns off. And then whenever you want to turn it on, you just walk up and flip a switch like a light switch. It's like a light switch, and then a fireplace goes, and it heats the room up too. But it hasn't been cold enough to turn that on yet. So I'm like, damn it, man. Damn it, man. I was hoping it would be chilly by now. But anyway. Yeah, I miss it. I do. I can't say that I miss all the seasons. I really don't. I don't miss wintertime. Fuck some wintertime. But I miss fall. I would love to be able to just spend one whole fall, like on the East Coast, especially up in New England, dude. Holy shit, Maine and Massachusetts and whatnot, New York and the whole East Coast, but especially New England, Maine and shit. Oh man, fall is so fucking beautiful. You haven't experienced fall, that smell in the air. Dude, up there where you live where there's nothing but nature, right there on the coast. Oh man, beautiful, beautiful. But I just miss that East Coast fall, dude. I wish I could just, for one fall, live on the East Coast, and then when it's time for wintertime, come back out west. Are you close to Maine? Zen 1111? Yeah, I lived there for a year and a half. Wintertime, though, holy shit. Ooh, wintertime ain't no joke up there, though. Whoo. Dude, it starts snowing. It snows all the time. And it snows so much that by the snow doesn't even get done melting until like the middle of May. Mm-hmm. May, there's still snow on the ground up there. These snow piles from where they shovel and plow the snow will no shit be 15 feet high. 15 feet, big mounds of snow everywhere. And that was the first time I had ever felt negative 40 degrees. I didn't even know that. How the fuck do the animals hibernate in that shit? I'll never forget that, dude. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even walk a quarter mile down the street. I thought I was going to die, dude. I thought my eyes were going to freeze and pop. I'm like, man, this has to have killed all the wildlife. There's no way. Nope. Springtime rolled around, all the wildlife came out, and everything was still alive. I was like, how does anything live in negative 40? Oh, it was crazy, dude. It's crazy. Crazy. Anyway, though. Anywho, getting allergies in autumn. I don't even remember what it's like to have allergies. Where am I from? I'm from New Albany, Indiana, Louisville, Kentucky. That area. I was talking about at the beginning of the video here. At the very beginning, I'm not that southern. If you draw a line between the north and the south, I'm right there on the line. Like, I guess you would consider it the south, but it's, if you take the south and go as far north as you can, I'm right there. So I guess technically you could call it the south. But anyway, though. Anywho, I don't know. I might hop off here early. I'm getting hungry. And I'm in the mood to get on and do some videos on my main channel. Getting hungry. Anyway. Oh, you're in Louisville? Yeah, that's where I'm from. Technically, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, I was born and raised in New Albany. Born and raised in New Albany, but I lived in Louisville most of my adult life. Not in one solid spot. I bounced around a lot. I bounced around from Hillview to fucking the South End to the West End. I even lived in the West End there for a little bit too. The homeless shelters I lived in was in the West End. The healing place, I lived in the healing place. But yeah, so yep, that's where I'm from. Well, I did think about doing this on my main channel, but the comments would probably be, because there's only like 12,000 people on this channel, and there's almost 300,000 people on my main channel. So it'd probably be very difficult to keep up with comments. You know what I mean? Probably the chat would be going so fast I wouldn't be able to read it. You know, right now I don't have very many people in 71 people. You know, if I was doing this with 500, 1,000 people watching, it would be really hard to like keep up with the comments and see what's going on. But I think I might have done this on my main channel before. I might have. That's not the reason why I didn't make this channel to do this. I made this channel so I could do my personal readings. If you ever come to me for a personal reading, I will send it to you on this channel as an unlisted video. And then back when I very first did it, everybody kept begging me and bugging me to do this, you know, because there's a lot of people that do this. They have a little channel where they get on and chat with their followers and whatnot. And finally I tried it and I was like, man, you know what? That's kind of fun. It is kind of fun, man. It is kind of fun. It's a good way to start the morning. I use it in the morning time. I come on here in the morning. And even back when I first started doing it, it was a morning time thing to start the day, you know, morning time thing to start the day. Ooh. And sometimes on the occasion, if we're in the mood for it, me and Leo get on here in the evening sometimes. But during the day, we just got too much shit going on. Dealing with the kids and me working and getting my videos done and all this. And then by the time it's evening time to wind down and go to bed, we're ready to crash out. We don't want to get on here and blab, you know. No, the healing place is a homeless shelter / recovery program. Yes. It has a recovery program in it, but it's technically a homeless. Well, I know that they rebuilt it here recently. I don't know if they just remodeled it over the past few years or what, but yeah, it is a homeless shelter slash recovery program. So yes, it's a homeless shelter, but there's a program, and that's what I did to give myself a place to live and a place to stay in the wintertime. I was like, fuck it, man, I'll get in this little program. I was drinking a gallon of vodka a day, so I was an addict, and I'm like, you know what? I would rather get sober and go in this program and have a place to live than stay on the streets and keep drinking. So I did that. I turned myself, but the thing is, with them, they wouldn't let you work. You weren't allowed to work. They had always real strict rules, dude. It was like boot camp. Wake you up at 5 a.m. You got to make your bed all nice and shit and stand in the breakfast line. They feed you just enough calories to keep you alive. They make you walk 5 miles a day to these classes, make you walk like 2.5 miles up the road to a church and take your little AA and NA classes and then walk back and all this shit and got to attend these AA meetings and stuff and all this. But they wouldn't let you work. They wouldn't let you work. So I was like, man, I need to work. So one weekend when it was time to visit family, I didn't have any family. I just walked all over the west end of Louisville until I found one of those little stands that were giving away Obama phones. And I was like, if I can get my ass a phone, I'm leaving this place. So I did. I got myself a phone and then went down the street to our father's house. Our father's house. And that's also like, it's more like a transitionary home though. It's more like a transitionary home. And they give you 2 weeks that you can live there. And again, you got to attend the AA meetings and stuff like that. And it's just like this big cluster of these huge houses in the west end of Louisville, the old school houses, and they give you 2 weeks to find a job and start paying rent, you know. So I left there, I went there, and it was right down the street from a temporary service. Went straight down to the temporary service, got me a job, was hired on the spot, and that was pretty much the start of my path. That was the start of my path. And it wasn't just a few weeks after that that I had that free Obama phone. And I was bored one day sitting in McDonald's on 12th and Broadway. And I was using their Wi Fi to watch YouTube videos. And I accidentally found my first law of attraction video. And I was like, holy shit. And it was over from that point. It was over. As soon as I saw that video, the video was titled, I Saw the Law of Attraction in My NDE. That was the title of the video. You can still look it up on YouTube. I saw the law of attraction in my NDE. Like a little 4-minute video, 5-minute video. That right there was the video that I saw sitting in McDonald's on 12th and Broadway, living in the homeless shelter, transitionary home that changed my life forever. And that's pretty much what the spark that lit up under my ass that led me to where I am today. So anyway, I've told that story 100 trillion times. There's probably a lot of people in here that don't care to hear it again, but anyway. Yeah. This lady named Terry Rose, she apparently had an NDE where she saw and understood the law of attraction on the other side. And she had a little YouTube channel up. Let me see here. I don't think she's done any videos in a while. Terry Rose. Hang on. I saw the law of attraction in my NDE. Okay. Yep.
The power of the subconscious.
We this have video.
Technology that can monitor what's going on in the brain. We know that the same areas of the brain get activated, whether you're thinking about something or visualizing something. And so there's just a lot of information that we have that wasn't.
So that's the video that I saw sitting around. I was living in a transitionary home, sitting in McDonald's playing on Wi-Fi. And I saw that and I was like, what does law of attraction mean? What in the hell what? And I remember sitting there looking at it thinking, should I click on that? Because I was real fascinated with NDE videos, and then when I saw that threw like a monkey wrench in the research that I was doing. I was like, what does law of attraction mean? I've been researching NDE experiences for a couple years at this point, and I've never heard that phrase. And then I clicked on it and it was over, dude.
Hi, my name is Terry Rose. And I want to tell you just a little bit about my background and what I offer in my videos here on my channel so that you can see if there's possibly something that can be beneficial to you. I like to give a lot of information and tips to help people understand.
I'm not going to sit and play like the whole video or whatever, but yeah, that right there, this video right here is the spark that ignited and lit a fire up under my ass and led me to where I am today. That was the very first video that I ever saw. And she was the very first person that I ever watched when it came to law of attraction, you know. And then after I watched all her videos and started playing around, manifesting little bitty things, you know what I mean? Find $100 bill on the ground and just little things, you know. When I was coming out of being homeless, I had to start somewhere. And then the next person after her was, I'm pretty sure it was Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor was the second person after her. And then just a rabbit hole, man, just digging a rabbit hole. A couple years after that, I ended up attending the mind mastery school that I went to and spread my own wings and started flying. And here I am paying it forward. So anyway, her name is Terry Rose. If you type in, I saw the law of attraction in my NDE, it'll come up. I'm pretty sure that's the first video that'll come up. That's the title of the video. And like I said, there's nothing really special about it. That's the thing. You go back and watch that video. It's just like a little 4 or 5 minute video, but I had never heard of it before. I had never heard of law of attraction. I never imagined in a million years that it was a foreign concept to me. It was a foreign concept to me. So I was like, holy shit. Do you mean to tell me that all this shit that I've been experiencing, being homeless, living under bridges, and just like being at rock bottom, I can reprogram my brain with my own thoughts, and I can reprogram my own feelings and the things that I think about, and I can completely take all this shit and flip it on its head and manifest a life that is beyond my wildest dreams? Fuck it, I'm gonna try it then. Watch me. If this is real, if it's legit, watch me. I ain't got nothing to lose. What would it hurt? At this point, I'll try anything, you know? So anyway, on that note, y'all, it is about time for me to get on out of here. I'm hungry as hell. I'm about to go down and find me a little something to munch on. And if everything goes smoothly as planned, I'd like to be on my main channel it's time to do Gemini. I want to start with Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo is what I'd like to get done this morning. Hopefully, if everything goes smooth, but you never know. Anywho, I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.